video is for class 7 social science. So today we're going to start with a new chapter from your political science portion, that is your role and function of the state government. So in this chapter we're going to emphasize more on the role and function of the state governments towards the health, okay, towards the healthcare facilities. So plus we're going to study about, or we're going to find out the difference between the public and the private healthcare system, right? So let's start. So right to health. Okay, so health is also one of the fundamental right which has been written in the Constitution of India, right? So government has to government also has got the responsibility towards the health care of a public, right? So now what is health then? Okay, so health means, in a simple term, absence of any kind of illness is called a health, right? So if you try to understand this concept in a broadly, okay, in a broad manner, then here are some points, okay, like remain free from illness or injury. So if the person is free from any kind of illness or any kind of injuries, then that person is a healthy person, we can say, isn't it? And next is adequate food. So you should have a proper balanced diet, okay? We should not take food or any kind of food which is harmful to our body. Next, clean drinking water. So we should take we should drink a proper or clean water, okay, to make our body healthy. Next, pollution free environment. So we should live on such environment where the pollution is totally absent. Okay, got it. Next, without mental stress. Yes, this is one of the main problem the most of the people of our world, not only our country, even the world, are facing, isn't it? Mental disorders, some kind of depressions and all, isn't it? So due to kind of frustration and all, isn't it? So people, they have got a mental pressure, isn't it? And because of that, their whole body is been mentally and plus physically also ill, okay? So in order to resist such kind of problems, we should not take a mental stress. Next, from fitness to wellness. So if your body is fit, then obviously your whole everything will be well, right? So these are some of the broadly explanation in India. So India is a country which has the highest number of your the medical colleges and plus highest number of doctors is available in India. And nowadays India is the country which is promoting the medical tourism. So what do you mean by tourism? Means a movement of people for some kind of activities. It could be your some kind of recreation, some kind of refreshment, leisures and all. Okay, so it may be your medical purposes also. So people are going to move from one place to another for the medical purposes, right? So why the medical purposes? Okay, so here the people are going to move from one country to other countries due to high expenses of the medical facilities. For example, your USA. Okay, so USA in USA the medical facility is too expensive. Okay, so the people out there, they cannot afford the medical facility. So in order to treat their illness, they are going to move to the other countries for the treatment. So in same way, other is supportive infrastructure. So some of the countries, mostly the undeveloped countries, they don't have a proper infrastructure in the hospitals. So they have to, for the treatment, they have to move to the other countries or the other places where there is a good medical infrastructures are available. So these are the two reasons why there is India or other countries, they are promoting the medical tourism. So apart from this, our India has industries, that is pharmaceutical industries, is third largest in volume and 14th largest in value. So these are some good point about India. But despite there is some other drawbacks also, like for example, first one is tuberculosis is largest killer. So in our India, every year so many people are dying because of the tuberculosis disease. Next, malnutrition. So most of the children, they don't get a proper nutrition during their childhood. So that's why they are suffering from malnutrition. Next, communicable diseases. So communicable disease is a disease which is been transmitted from one person to the other, right? So next is plight of rural areas. So in our rural areas there is no proper medical facilities available, so that's why there is a reason why medical facilities still are not being so much developed in our country. System, one is public healthcare system and the private healthcare system. So let's first focus on the public healthcare system. So what are the role of public healthcare system? So here the public healthcare system is been run by the government. Okay, it has been run by the government and looks after health of large number of people. So in the public healthcare in the healthcare system, a large number is been treated by the doctors, right? So there's no any kind of limitation that only this much patient should be treated today, or there is no any kind of limitations, right? So next, so now government is trying to improve the healthcare facilities. So they are promoting various missions. Like one of the example is National Health Assurance Mission. So under this mission, free drugs and diagnostic insurance is covered. So the people or the patients are being treated in a free. Okay, they are given medicines without any kind of cost. Next, improper healthcare facilities to people. Now yes, nowadays so many there is a problem arose in public healthcare facilities that there is no proper infrastructures, no proper doctor, okay, no proper medicines, no proper medical checkups are being done in the public healthcare systems, right? Next, ROS to OPD. The full form of OPD is outpatient department. People first brought in without being admitted. Okay, so first the people, okay, they are not been directly visited to the doctor, okay, or been if they are ill or they are been serious problem, they are not been admitted. First they have to visit or they have to go to OPD. Okay, and in OPD there is always a long queue, as there is no limitation, as I told you already. So there will be a long queue of patients every day. So both rural and urban areas. So your public healthcare system is been established both in rural and urban areas. Next, money to run this comes from taxes paid. So as government is running this system, so obviously people are not been they are treated free, isn't it? So from where the money are coming? Okay, so the main source of this system is your taxes. Okay, so the taxes which has been collected by the government, so they are going to utilize that taxes for the healthcare purposes. Next, free and low cost services. So the people are being treated free, and if any kind of tests or are being done, okay, that also has to be done in a very low price. Next, mission in the Dhanush. So as I told you that there are so many missions which has been promoted by the government for the medical improvement. So one of the mission is your mission in the Dhanush. So according to this in the mission, the free vaccination is given to the people. So this is all about your public healthcare system. Next, your private healthcare system. So in the private healthcare system, what happens is the doctors have private clinics. So in the private sector, okay, your doctor is the one who has got their own private clinics, their own clinics, which has not been governed or been run by the government. So the doctor, they are going to do the treatment in their own clinics, right? And yes, next is the urban areas, specialized services. So most of these private clinics, they have set up in the urban areas. And in these urban areas, the hospitals are well mechanized, okay, and plus specialized services been done in the private hospitals, right? So in mostly in the rural areas, we don't have specialized hospitals and all, okay, we don't have a good infrastructures, no good medical facilities are available. Only simple diseases are being treated, okay. For any kind of complicated cases, we have to move to the urban areas for the treatment, right? So like in the rural areas, we can do either blood tests or any kind of x-rays and all, okay, but in the specialized hospital we are the MRIs, CT scans and all have been done, okay. So next, diagnostic services. So they do the services very well, okay, in a proper way, but the service charge is very, very high. systems. So the hospitals, the private hospitals, they have their own private pharmaceutical clinics where the all medicines are available with a high price. No control by the government. So these all clinics, your private hospitals are not being controlled by the government, right? There's their own hospitals and all. Patients needs to pay more. The patients, okay, in the private sectors, the patient have to pay a huge amount of money. That's why only the rich people who are economically strong, they prefer to move to the private sector, whereas the poor, they prefer to go to public healthcare system. Now I hope you are clear about public healthcare system and the private healthcare system. So now let's go through the healthcare and equality. So nowadays, mostly the private sector in healthcare is increasing. Yes, since all the facilities are nowadays available in the private sector, so that's why the patients, the ill people, they prefer to go to private sector instead of public healthcare center. Private sectors confined to urban areas. Mostly these private sectors hospitals, they have been set up in the urban areas, as in the urban areas what every infrastructure is available, isn't it? A huge number of population, right? And plus the high, or even the economically high people are living in the urban areas, isn't it? So in the urban areas only you're going to find the private sectors. Service of private sectors run by the profit. Yes, the private sectors, nowadays it has become a commercial, okay, it's become a business. Yes, they want more profit from the patient, isn't it? Only they are focusing for the profit, right? So that's why it has become like a business. Okay, so private sectors has higher cost with expensive medicines. In the private sectors, the cost, the medicines, small medicine charge is also very, very expensive. I hope you have visited the private hospital, isn't it? Once you enter, the long list of charge will start, isn't it? Cabin charge, medicine charge, daily medicine charge and all. Okay, injection charge, test charge. So this all sort of things are being done in the private sectors. That's why it is very, very expensive. Incorrect practice by private sectors. Yes, in the private sectors, a malpractice is going on, isn't it? I think you have visited, isn't it? You have seen nowadays there are so many kind of illegal things are going on in the private sectors and all, isn't it? Since they have, I told you already, it has become a business. So it's become, they are to earn more money, more profit. They are practicing malpractices going on. Okay. So doctors prescribe unnecessary medicines, injections or saline bottles when tablets or simple medicines can suffice. Okay. So yes, once you visit the private hospital, each and every doctor will going to give you a long list of medicines, isn't it? They are going to give a prescription with a long list of medicines, right? So whether that medicines is actually necessary or not, we don't know, but yes, obviously they have to give the medicines, isn't it? Unnecessary medicines, injections, isn't it? Saline bottle and all, which the patient, if the patient is not so ill, he or she can be cured by the simple tablet and medicine, but also those people are given this kind of things. Okay, so now only 20% can afford medicines when ill. Yes, so only the people out of 100, only 20% of people can afford the medicine, since the cost is very, very high. 40% admitted patients have to borrow money. So most of the patients who will be admitted in the private hospital, most of them, okay, 40% of the patients, they have to borrow the money from their relatives or someone else. Okay, so illness leads to anxiety and distress for poor, mainly the breadwinner. So the patients, the one who is owner, or the person who is earning the money, okay, in the house, that person will be facing a lots of distress and anxiety and all, and later on the whole family, they have to face the problem and all, isn't it? So lack of money, no proper medical treatment. Okay, so there is no proper money, isn't it? So in what happens in a public healthcare, there is no proper medical treatment, isn't it? And if the patient wanted to move towards the private sector, then they don't have money. So because of this, so these are the main problems going on in our country. Okay, Tribal areas lack healthcare. So the tribal areas, the tribal people, they are the one who are the sufferer. Not only the tribal, but even the poor people from the other sections, they are also are being suffered. Okay, they don't have a proper healthcare facilities. So now these are the problems facing by our country, India. Okay. So some of the resolving issues, so to sort out these issues, so there are some solutions. So here are the list. First is responsibility of government. So the government have to take some kind of initiative to solve this all the problems. Equal healthcare to poor and disadvantaged. So in the society, who are the poor people or are disadvantaged peoples, okay, they have to give equal preference. Okay, so there should be no any kind of rich and poor. So only the rich can afford a good healthcare facility, poor cannot. So such kind of things should not be in the society. Health depends on basic amenities and social condition of a people. So our health, yes, of course, isn't it? If our country, if our world, isn't it, indirectly related with the environment. If environment is clean, like for example, if there is no any accumulation or deposition of water in any kind of tank, any kind of utensils, or any kind of tires and whatever. Okay, so there will be no malaria, there will be no mosquitoes and all, and we're not going to suffer from the disease like malaria and all. Okay, so the people should prefer, should go for the proper hygiene and sanitation and all. Okay, if the environment is clean, then obviously we the people are going to be healthy. Next, one best example was done in Kerala. Okay, one of the example, in 1996, Kerala gave 40% budget to panchayats, water, food development, and education, Anganwadis, healthcare. So in 1996, Kerala government, okay, they took an initiative that out of 100, okay, 40% of budget they were going to give to the panchayat. Right, panchayat, the one who is looking after the village. Okay, village people. So the panchayat, the whatever money they have got, they have received from the government. Okay, that's 40%. They are going to utilize those money for the village development. They are going to look after the water facility, food facilities, development and educations, Anganwadis, and the healthcare. Okay, got it. So they're going to distribute those money for these sectors. Okay, so if the village is healthy, if the people of village is healthy, then obviously the whole country will also be healthy. Okay, so in the constitution, it has been, the constitution of our India, it has been written, duty of the state to raise the level of nutrition and standard of living and to improve public health care of India. So if this will be done in reality, then soon our India will be one of the healthiest or the healthy country of the world. Okay, so I hope you are clear. If you understand the chapter, okay, please do the home assignment.